What's up? What's up? GZ. Hi. Yes, sir. Ashish. Hi, dude. What's up? Today I'll be doing something which is very different. Like we'll be practicing some casting because I need to get back to the group. I haven't been able to, like cast Valorant quite a bit. So I'll just be, going through some basics, some map callouts, and then cast a professional game. Tomorrow we're gonna be casting Redbull's Campus Clutch. How's going on, Hero? Who is Hero? I'm not Hero. What the hell? I'm not a hero, dude. आप लोग बताओ, what are you doing? It's afternoon. Like this is the first afternoon stream. Wait, I'll quickly switch on to the game, and first we'll actually move on to Icebox because that is one map which I really want to find out, how the things have been working in Icebox. So I'll switch on to the game real quick. We'll move on, move through the map and look at some of the high callouts, and then we're gonna start casting Team Liquid versus Fanatics Grand Final. Priyanshu, yo, come on, show. Today we're doing a very different thing actually. If you've joined in recently, I'm going to be practice casting. No one really knows how a caster generally prepares himself for different tournaments. So yeah, I guess it's going to be a good addition. এই চলছে আজকের কি মোটিভ আজকে কিছু মোটিভ না like not motive like that, but I'll basically move on to the game, move through different maps one by one, look at the callouts even though I have an idea, but we'll get more detail. We'll probably try and understand things with more depth, and then we're going to start casting a professional game. I'll be casting Team Liquid versus Fanatics VCT because Kalke we have a different 1k soon. Yeah, 1k soon. That's true. Devaduti, kemon acho boy? I'm good. Perfect. Play out all rounds on a middle. Let's go. First we'll start with Icebox. Have a look at each and every single call out. Even though most of you know what every individual box is called, what every individual call out is called, but still, you should always, start from the basics. Acha, tell me something. Is my audio fine? Giveaway to mone ache to. Oh, that's nice. खर्चे करा रहे यार. स्कूलेर पढ़े आज के गला শুনছি. That's good. I'm actually kinda pretty excited for tomorrow because like it's wait. End game phase. Yeah. I'm actually pretty excited for tomorrow because I'm actually getting a Valorant cast after a pretty long time. Like generally I've been casting Free Fire for quite a while, but then getting a Valorant gig was really nice. And again, it's a pretty cool tournament actually. Redbull Campus Clutch, you get these university up and comers. Indian Valorant once again is going to be like very undisciplined plays. I'm expecting a lot of, heckles here and there. Like generally when you see professional teams, they play so disciplined. They play much more composed than every other game that you're going to be watching. Like generally most of the time there's nothing happening, they're just walking around gathering intel, but Indian teams are like bas ghus ke maro PC. তুমি FFR con tournament cast koro. Dude, I've been casting mostly all the official tournaments: Free Fire India Championship, Tri Series Bangladesh Championship. Next up we have the Pro League. We have the City Open as well. So if you guys are participating, then probably make it to the grand finals. I'll be casting you guys. All right, so we're going to be starting from the attacking side. This is Icebox. Once again, Valorant is the game for tomorrow. So this is the attacking side, and generally we call this nothing but spawn. Again, everybody knows this. This is garage, and I never really got to know why is this called garage, because you don't really park anything here. But all right, fine, garage. And this is spawn as well. This is green. You call this green because probably because of the green box. This is garage, that's spawn. Again, you have these barrels over here. This is called green on the map, but you can call them barrels. This is again green. This is green as well. Like, so you get these players who are trying to, camp over here while they're defending, and attackers are going to come in from different sides. So that is one important thing. This is yellow. Everyone understands this. Like, pretty trivial call out. You get oranges. Now, oranges is a very unconventional call outs. No one really understands why this is called oranges. Generally, this is where the oranges starts. Like, tube is inside, you move in, and this is oranges. The box again, because of the boxes. This is kitchen, everyone knows this. Jared dash glitched up our icebox in Naru. Like, nahi hoga, humse nahi hoga. BL Bunny Gaming, bro, how are you? Again, we have the snowman over here. Because of the snowman itself, this area is generally smoked off. You get these parts smoked off. You have like, you get these places, like generally an omen might teleport from here itself. And then again, you're back to CT spawn. Right, we'll move on to A side, but before that, this is top mid, or you can call it boiler. I mean, generally no one calls it boiler. People call it top mid or high mid, whatever it is. That's tube, that's kitchen, everyone understands. And this is screens again. Like, this entire thing is called screens. This is rafters. This is, I'm not sure what they call this entrance. They probably call it stairs, something. This again is the basic A side. You have this over here, and then the ropes. This doesn't really have anything pushing in, but what the hell? Pipes. All right, pipes. That's cool. I mean, actually never really had the opportunity to learn icebox callouts by heart. It's just the basic callouts that we use in every other map. That is what I use in my game itself. But when you're going to cast professional matches, you have to understand these things. Belt. This entire thing is called belt, or is it? It's called nest. It's called nest, and here it's called belt. Wow, it's difficult to remember, kind of. All right, we'll try and revise it once again. Battleground Mobile India is on its way. Will you play it? Bahal mushkil hota. Why na? All right. I'm going to try it. I've never really tried it. Evil God, I can try it, but parini. Battleground Mobile India, I'm probably not going to play it. I might play it, I might not play it. I don't have a mobile device that's capable of handling the game, so... Also, I don't have a mobile capture card. Maybe later on in future, who knows. So what? Again, this is belt. Alright, most of the people, they'll just come by, try and peek. They'll jiggle peek here and try and clear out these areas. This is called belt. They move on to nest, try and clear out these areas. They clear out pipes. Sometimes the defenders can get pretty cheeky and hold these angles. All right, we move on. This is site again. This is, they probably call this box something, I'm not really sure. This is again pipes. This is not pipes, this is bullshit. Anyway, so that is the basic call out. Again, we'll start from CD spawn and revise. So we start from CD spawn this time around. We move on to kitchen. We move towards the B side. We get to kitchen, and you have kitchen over here. You have tube, and you have oranges. From the kitchen onwards, you get to B site. You can plant here. You get yellow, you get snowman, and you get green over there. Now you have two lanes. You have the first lane, you have the second lane. This is called garage. These are cubbies, two cubbies, and generally you can go to green and just hold at this particular point. We'll move back and look at A site once again, and that's gonna clear up our callouts, and then I'll move on to casting a game. Parth, what's up? Hi, bro. What's up? All right, so you have mid boiler or high mid, whatever you want to call it. You have rafters. This is screens, rafters, screens, and are you singer? Yeah, dude. Like I've heard that so many times. People look at my setup, people look at my mics, and people ask me, "Dude, are you a singer?" I'm like, "No, I'm a caster." And they're like, "What is a caster?" Then I have to explain it. What's esports casting? What's esports first, and then what's esports casting? Now you have belt, you have nest, and you have pipes. What's this called? It's again called nest, and that's interesting. This is called nest, but I don't know. There's some other call out for it, but then this is spawn again. Alright, so these are the basic callouts on Icebox. We'll move on to maybe different maps later on. I want to cast a physical game. And then only I want to move on to different maps. So the match that I'm actually looking at, Thomas Nupeni, he says, "How old are you?" Dude, I'm 20 years old. Yeah, so we'll move on to casting an actual game. I need to open some sort of window capture. Wait, let me check. Where do you live? I live in Kolkata. This is interesting. All right. Share the link. All right, guys. So this works. I'll quickly switch on the match. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get copyright strikes and shit. Like if that happens, I'm gonna be screwed up. But we'll just do it either way. I don't care much. That's Liquid versus Fnatic. It's Liquid versus Fnatic EMEA Challengers Stage 2 Main Event Finals. And I'm going to be casting the first, or rather the second game that's on Icebox. We'll mute the original commentators. We'll full screen the game. And we're going to be casting that. Alright, guys. Alright, boys. What say? Will you play Battleground India? I want to play Battleground India, honestly, but I'm not sure if I will play Battleground India because I'm not a big fan of emulators. We'll probably see if I can play on emulators one day. But apart from that, not a very big fan of emulators, and I'm probably not going to play that game on emulators because my mobile device is not capable enough of handling the game. Neither do I have a capture card. Alright, so this is it. Guys, I'm really sorry, but I have to answer the chat a bit less. Sure, I titled this chill stream, but I hope if you like my casting, then I guess you'll like what you'll get to see. But right now, we're gonna be practicing a bit. Alright, so maybe I'm gonna be, replying to you guys when there's a dead end, when there's nothing happening. But as of now, we're gonna be solo casting this entire match. Probably 40 minutes to 1 hour, might take a bit. So yeah, I'll try not make this very boring for you guys, but You know what? I need some practice. I'm actually not that good on Valorant as of yet. I mean, Valorant is a tough ass game to cast. Honestly, trust me, it's way tougher than casting Free Fire, PUBG, CS. Like, this is the toughest game that you're gonna cast apart from games like MOBA, like, League of Legends or Dota, something like that. This is one of the toughest games that you gotta cast. And again, like, these are pro games. You get to breathe, you get to understand what's happening. In Indian Valorant, nothing is constant. So yeah, you got to prepare for yourself for the worst. All right, right now, from the get-go, these are the casters. They are probably the analyst and whatever. We have Icebox, and I'm gonna be throwing to you guys. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Red Bull Campus Clutch. My name is Salty, and with me is, let's say, caster XYZ. Right off the bat, we have Team Liquid versus Fnatic. Two teams, two lineups, pretty well balanced. But then we have Team Liquid's lineup set. They have their agents picked already. They have Viper on Soulcast, and that is an interesting pick because Soulcast generally goes for a Sentinel or Initiator. He on the controller definitely surprises me, but Link on the Sage, definitely a very good pick for him. He might actually be using the Sage wall very effectively. Cryptics on the Sova doesn't surprise me at all. This guy is an absolute beast. Cream on the Jet. Again, we know him. Everyone knows him. They talk about his one taps, and for sure, I hope that we get to see many of them. Yumpy is there on the Killjoy. For sure, he can play a duelist, but then he is one of the most aggressive Killjoys that I've ever seen. We move on to the Fnatic lineup, and only Doma has picked up Sage as of yet. Now, this guy plays a duelist generally. When he plays a Sage, that actually makes things pretty interesting because he can actually turn himself into a battle Sage and go right off the charts and probably kill everyone, not expect them what sort of play he's trying to make. But Boaster, he played the previous game, it was on Bind as an Astra, and he was an absolute beast there. Dirk, it'll be interesting to find out what Dirk plays on this particular map. Mystic and Magnum. Magnum has already picked up the KJ. We're waiting for the other three players. Mystic on the Viper. Now, we know for a fact that Viper is very, very effective on Icebox. The wall that you get can absolutely devastate defenses and really throw them off guard. Hi guys. Again, I'm practice casting, so I wouldn't really be replying to chat way too often. I hope you guys can keep up with it. Anyway, so we move on to the game again. And Boaster try and hover around different agents. Right now he has his pick on Sova. We'll see if he confirms Sova as of yet. I will skip this part because it kind of takes way too much time. Team Liquid, they probably are going to start on defense, and Team Fnatic on the attack. This can be a very good game because we have seen the Team Liquid, they kind of tend to struggle when they go on to attack early on. Right now, Soulcast, Link, Cryptic, Streamer, Yumpy, they have a very big job on their hand. They have very big responsibilities on their shoulders. Link already in mid. He knows exactly what he needs to do. He's probably going to wall things up right off the bat. He does not have a wall right now. Scream on the Sheriff. He wants to take those early picks onto Pipes, falls back immediately. Then Boaster, he needs to clear things off with the drone, trying to clear out every different angle meticulously. Doma is going to move in, walls out different locations, and then he's going to get the spike planted. One player falls, it's Cream on the one tap, he gets Dirk, and then immediately falls back again. Now Boaster, he knows exactly what he needs to do. Cryptics and others, they're still trying to spot out. The wall is brilliant. It prevents Team Liquid from actually getting access to side, but Scream gets another one. He takes Doma and he completely shuts them down. Boaster and others, the wall is about to break, and he knows he needs to go aggressive right off the bat. Soulcast shuts him down immediately, and now only few players are left. I'm not sure. I guess it's a Killjoy. He fell. He came in from the back. It was stairs, and he fell immediately. That was a pretty good early round for Team Liquid, honestly. They completely shut down Team Fnatic, and there was nothing that they could do. Scream was way too difficult to handle for Team Fnatic. But then again, I believe that this was a very nice round early on. the way Team Fnatic entered the site, they denied any sort of early frags to Scream. Scream got one, but not anymore. And you expect their star fragger to get one kill, something like that. But then Team Fnatic, they showed respect. They respected Scream. Scream fell back. Eventually, they used the wall to get the spike planted. And that's good and that's decent enough. Moving on, we have a look at the mini-map and we can see that Magnum is already on the move. He has got so much territory onto mid and he's way close to Dirk. I believe it's Link, pardon me for that. Link and Magnum are almost very close to a duel. Magnum gets Link and he deploys the turret. Again, he'll get access to a weapon and that's a really, really good move. Right now, Scream on the Spectre gets 2, gets 3 for himself. Doma, Mystic, all of them his victims. It is 1v4 right now. Boaster, he tries to hold himself back onto Nest. Barely any HP to work with. And I guess Team Liquid, or rather, all the Hungry Wolves are going to hunt him down. Scream is going to get his 4th. And they're going to put the final lane in the coffin. Team Liquid get 2 early rounds. This was a pretty interesting round, honestly, because the way Team Liquid, I mean, Scream is absolutely popping off. This guy is getting kills almost by his own free will. Team Fnatic, they saved some weapons. I guess they didn't save weapons. All of them got killed. But eventually, right now they're hurtling up towards B because they know for a fact that Scream wouldn't really allow them any sort of entrance, any sort of breathing room onto A side. Dirk trying to go up and aggressive early on. This is Soulcast, Magnum and others. They're still trying to get any sort of intel that they can. All of them have been huddling up outside greens, and this definitely isn't the best of locations. Again, the Sage on Link can actually push forward from mid, and that can be a very deadly move. Again, Boaster using the Owl Drone to gain some sort of access. Scream already has those knives with those daggers equipped and he gets one. This guy has definitely been popping some heads off. But again, he has a very big job because the site is wide open. Only Scream is out there. And Team Fnatic knows that. They're paying so much respect on the stream that they don't really want to give away kills easily. Again, Link is still out there in mid trying to prevent any sort of fallback, whatever is going to come in. But eventually, the Viper ball is gonna pop off. Scream moves in. Dirk gets 2 for himself. Scream and Cryptics, both of them have been shut down. The job is on to Link. Yeah, it is a 1v4. Definitely going to be a very difficult job, but Boaster is going to shut him down eventually. Again, guys, I'm really sorry for not interacting. I'm really sorry if the stream gets boring, but this is just a practice stream. I just wanted to kind of stream this so that I have some sort of recording for myself. Again, people who like me cast can watch it, but again, if you don't really feel like it's something which is not entertaining enough, then I'm sorry. Good English, do keep watching. What I mean, I don't care about the watching. I don't really care about the watching at this point. All right, so 4th round, and again, Team Fnatic, they kind of split up. They're paying for picks at this particular point. Magnum with making some sort of noise on the A side. I guess he's gonna hold it back so that there is no overlap that comes in from Team Liquid. As of now, the Owl Drone kind of reveals Yumpy's position. He has the AWP equipped. Now that is a very big investment already. Team Fnatic, they have all rifles, and that definitely makes a lot of sense. If you look at Team Liquid's positioning, then again, Scream is playing way back. I'm not quite sure what he's thinking about, but he is playing from spawn itself. Dirk still trying to gain some sort of information. He has spotted Scream. Scream falls back eventually. Now this again is going to be a push and pull situation. Fnatic, they'll try and block off spawn again and will try and gain access to side, but Scream is already dead. Doma is going to shut him down eventually. 2 kills early on Cryptics. He has a very big job in hand. He will try and get 1 kill. He gets 1, but eventually gets shut down. Soulcast will try and gain back side access. Soulcast and Yumpy. Yumpy will probably try and save the AWP because at this particular point, the retake is way too difficult. 4v2 on the hands of Team Liquid. I'm not quite sure if they will manage to get any pick from this particular point on, but let's see what happens. Yeah, both Soulcast as well as Yumpy kind of falling back. The turret a safety measure from Team Liquid's Yampi. Both of them not really wanting to give away their kills, not really wanting to give away their investments. Now, Yampi's operator has never really sung the songs of death as of yet, right? Right now. No, bro, I haven't heard the song. I'll probably sing. I'll probably hear it later on. Again, a typical save. I mean, nothing to analyze, nothing really. But again, I'm mostly focusing on the hype. I'm mostly focusing on the kills, which shouldn't really be the center of attraction. What I really want to do right now is probably get the technicalities right. It's the biggest collaboration ever. That's great. That is great. गर्मी लग रही है. Now, I'm talking about kills way more. I'm not really going about what's happening and what's not. So definitely the map reading has to be done a bit more. Talking about general tactics has to be done a bit more than normal kill reading. And that is what I've been doing now. This is a problem which really, which I have to face, because I've been casting Battle Royale since forever. And when you move on to games like games like Valorant or CS, you don't really talk about kills, because the kills happen in each and every round, and they're not really the talking point, honestly. Like, for example, Scream getting this kill shouldn't really have been a point to focus on. Cryptics, he had a very big job. He got the kill, and then he was traded off. Now those things could have been compressed very easily, and I need to figure out a way to do that, and that is going to be my main focus. Now, I can probably slow things down or speed things up in terms of speed, in terms of, I don't know. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about this game itself. Right now, this is the 5th round, and Scream is already holding a very advanced angle. Magnum wouldn't really want to venture out too much in the open. Dirk is trying to gather some sort of intel from the B side. Now, Magnum's main job will be to hold back Scream, because Team Fnatic, they've really been hurt by Scream's shenanigans. This guy has been able to get those frags, get those kills, and he's been able to completely shut down Fnatic's force. That is exactly why Magnum is placed over there, but then Scream rotates from spawn and immediately repositions himself. That player is going to be our main focus in this particular round. Doma and others, they're again hurdling up outside A. What their main intentions are, probably to clear outside to kind of force out the issue. Now, Boaster gets one onto Yampi. Solkas thinks that it is going to be a B execute, and I guess Boaster did a very good job. He needs to fall back though, but Solkas finds Boaster with his pants down, eventually gets a kill for himself. The Cryptics though, he had the Marshal, he had the Scout. Eventually he was taken down by a Durkee onto Link. This is a 3v2 right now. Solkas and Scream definitely has the potential to do it, but Durkee will shut him down and probably shut down the hopes of Team Liquid getting this particular round again. Solkas still trying to kind of get some good angles, get some nice angles, but then it's going to be hard to break the post-plant positions of Team Fnatic. They are very definitely poised, and they are luring Solkas to come out onto their crosshairs so that they can shut him down almost immediately. But Solkas, he's wise enough to fall back, and I guess that's normal game sense. What is up, bro? That'd be a job. Yeah, I do. What's up, level 0? What's up? Alright, so 3-2 is the scoreline, and again, something which really surprises me is that the Fnatic have been able to play around Team Liquid. Team Liquid very heavily dependent on Scream's performance at this particular point. Now, they go on a half buy, they go for Vandals and everything else. Scream is yet to buy a full shield, which can definitely be not be the best of things, because this guy has been, picking those kills up. Yampi on the operator hasn't really been as effective as generally Team Liquid would want. Generally, this guy is an attacking beast, but right now he is staying passive, trying to hold on B side, and Team Fnatic know that they're respecting that. And both these two guys, Freeman, Yampy, they're trying to hold down the entirety of sides all by themselves. Now, what happens? Scream, oh my god, connects a sweet shot onto Dirk. Boaster will try to clear out some angles. Cryptix connects one onto Magnum. No one being traded as of yet from Team Liquid, and they're very well off at this particular point. They are 5v3 against Fnatic. All their bets from Team Fnatic have been placed onto A side. This is 3v4. This is 3v5 rather, effectively. Cryptix missing a lot of shots, but eventually getting the one onto Boaster, Link getting onto Mystic, and that was an easy round for Team Liquid again. Those initial picks were very instrumental, and Scream and I believe it was Soulcast who connected those early shots, and again, those really converted that round. Hindi bolo. Dude, if you don't have to watch the stream, don't watch it. But stop this shit. I mean, what's Hindi bolo? Kya bolunga main Hindi mein? Like, I'm an English caster. If you don't want to see this live stream, don't watch. I mean, I've been getting these comments. I've been getting these comments on my videos as well. If you want to watch Hindi content, you have tons of Hindi content. Why do you want me to speak Hindi? I can speak Hindi, definitely, but I don't want to speak it. Right? Anyway, move on to the game right now. It's 3-3 Fnatic and Team Liquid. And if you look at the buys though, we have rifles on either side. Jampy still on the operator. Definitely hasn't gotten any kills with it, but we'll have to find out what he can actually pull off. At the moment, Mid has actually been smoked off, and this is something new which we are seeing from Team Fnatic. Magnum as well as Dirk, they're moving forward. They're sneaking around through Tube and trying to gain access to Kitchen. Now Soulcast knows that. He connects one dink onto probably the Killjoy. And right now, Yampy using the operator as a shotgun, takes on the Boaster and then immediately falls back. He probably gets a second. Yes, he gets a second. Dirk, he completely wipes the floor with him. But right now, Soulcast, he has a job in hand. People are there in oranges. Doma connecting two. This turns into a 3v3 right now. Magnum up front with two players. Cryptix will shut him down eventually. Gets one onto Link. But right now, it is a 2v2. And again, the op. No way, Yampy has been taken down. Cryptix probably wouldn't find where the other player is. Uses the recon dart through the Viper's ultimate and gets some sort of information, but eventually it is 1v3. It's going to be way too many players for him to kind of take them down. Will he be able to do so? I'm not quite sure. Cryptix, he moves past the smoke, eventually faces Mystic, who shuts him down eventually. Just for fun, I told you. I mean, I don't know, dude, like what sort of fun you get. Anyway, even I kind of overreacted, so yeah, sorry for that. Again, like something which I'm really missing out is how they are progressing. Generally what you get to see in Icebox is that it's so fast paced. You don't really have any sort of strategy building or any sort of rotations coming in. People just try and huddle up outside sites and try and execute them. Again, players trying to flank. There are actually no players who have been trying to flank as of yet. Team Liquid have been playing this very basic. They're trying to play it out, like, you know, trying to hold down sides. Cream, he's been playing very disciplined, not rotating, not venturing too much in the opponent's territory, not venturing too much in the opponent's spawn. He's rotating from his own spawn himself and trying to provide as much cover as possible. He's basically playing that flying, he's basically playing the cover for each and every individual site. We actually have a meeting for the Redbull campus cluster in, today evening, I guess it is. It's at... yeah, it's at 7 o'clock. Interesting. I'm actually pretty excited for this new tournament, but yeah, carry on. I mean, that is the best thing to do. So right now, Team Liquid Scream, look at that. This is exactly what I was talking about. You generally find players sneaking up on top of greens and try and get some initial picks. The timing has to be right. He'll probably try and get as many kills as he wants. He gets onto Doma and immediately falls back. That was a nice one. This opens things up. Fnatic are now a 4-man side. They can't afford to lose more men before they can actually barge onto a side. Team Liquid, though, they're very disciplined. Each and every one of their players are holding different positions. Scream falls back towards oranges and kitchen area to try and support the mid area. Team Fnatic, on the other hand, they're falling back eventually. Viper, Jet, Sova as well, all of them have fallen back, and they're trying to get some intel from A side as well. And they wouldn't really be able to do so because Team Liquid, they're so well composed, they're so well executing their plans. Not a single site, not a single pathway is way open. And this is the beauty of Team Liquid again here. Magnum again, trying to get some opening picks. This guy has been playing the distraction role for quite a while right now. The pits come out, the walls come out. Viper has been instrumental. Dirk connects that one onto Scream. Yumpy gets caught out in the open, gets shut down by Magnum. Right now, Boaster will find one onto Link, but eventually wouldn't connect shots. Dirk getting soul cast, and eventually this is going to be a 2v2. Dirk falling back. Magnum again gets the plant and will play outside side. Again, you will use a lockdown, taking no risk whatsoever. Getting the defuse is going to be very, very difficult for Team Liquid, honestly. Scream has been revived, but again, a 3v2. Dirk is closing in the distance. He misses those daggers. He does not even have a lot of bullets to work with. He gets 2 with the Phantom, and that was brilliant. Cryptic shuts him down, but eventually, that was an insane move by Dirk. Oh my god, you're a beast again. He didn't really have a lot of bullets in his rifle, but he used them to perfection, shutting down 2 players in the form of Lincoln Scream. And now this is a 1v1. Magnum is just going to save his gun, and so will Cryptics. And okay, Magnum wants to take down Cryptics, but eventually will get taken down. This was an extraordinary move. How many bullets did he have in his chamber? 6 bullets. He used all 6 of them to perfection. Got connected each and every one of those headshots. And that was unreal. I never really expected that he would do that. The spray transfer was sweet. The timing on the shots were sweet as well. He completely made up for that for those missed daggers. And he wouldn't repent that he lost an ultimate over there. Tutorial Gil, do you remember me? Yeah, bro, I remember you. Of course, I remember you. Don't spam. I mean, I've seen your message. I didn't really get the time to reply, but I've seen your message. Don't worry about it. Oh my god. Look at that. Team Liquid, they're actually rushing in. Link with the Sheriff. He completely blows off the head of Dirk. Nadoma connects one onto Link as well. Trades him out. But something which was interesting at this particular point was that they used the Viper wall as well as the smoke to kind of push through mid, get an early frag, get some intel. Now Soulcast is doing the same thing as well. He has huddled outside, or rather inside Tube, trying to prevent any sort of aggression through mid. But then what does Fnatic do? They are out here gathering intel. This is a battle of real estate, and Team Liquid certainly have most of map control. The more map control you have, the higher chances of you that you can win. But then look at side B. It's completely wide open, and Team Fnatic, they can definitely use this to their advantage. Scream. He moves on to side B, trying to meticulously close out the distance. Boaster will reveal onto side. He knows exactly the lineup, and he's going to kind of open things up for his team again. Scream, trying to be slow, trying to be methodical, trying not to give away any sort of positioning. Scream probably might get caught off guard with the ultimate coming in from Cryptics, but not really the case. Magnum comes in from behind, gets Soulcast. Magnum gets Scream as well. Magnum gets Cryptics. Yamp has been taken down. This is the wrath of Fnatic. Only Magnum took down 3 players, and eventually Team Liquid had no answers. This is exactly what we talk about. I mean, Fnatic, they are probably a team that is red hot in form. They didn't really have map control. They didn't really have a lot of intel to work with, but they held their ground. They held their position onto spawn. And hello, sorry, were you analyzing ABC yesterday? Yeah, dude, like we were practicing casting with Cribs. So yeah, again, this game though, this round, the earlier round, there was nothing really, right? Team Fnatic, they didn't really have any sort of intel to work with. They kind of tried to go up mid, but then were shut down completely by Link. He was traded off, and it was 4v4, and Team Fnatic just held their ground. Team Liquid kind of put their bets onto A because they thought that it would be an A execute. In time, Team Fnatic, they moved on to B side, cleared it out, and Magnum was there to get most of the kills. Came in from mid, came in from oranges, and got those beautiful, beautiful frags. At this particular point, Team Fnatic, they're not switching things up. Team Liquid, though, they're trying to be a bit aggressive. Scream messes things up, messes up the dash, gets taken down. Cryptix trades him down as well. Boaster, he has a job of opening things up. But look at Yampi, he probably is going to connect a shot through the smoke. But again, the Viper smoke onto top mid was absolutely brilliant. Cryptix onto Doma. Now, this is a 3v4. Again, taking things slow and steady. Fnatic, not trying to overrush. They're trying to test the patience of Team Liquid. Cryptix is playing a very weird angle. This is going to be an off angle. He might get a pick, definitely. But then again, this is a one and done angle. He's gotten 3 kills in this particular round. That's more than anybody could ask him. Dirk coming in from behind. It is a 1v3 for him. And definitely we know that he has the potential to do so. He has done it time and time again. But eventually it's going to be Yambi. He shuts him down with one shot. And there was nothing that he could do. How are you? I'm good, dude. I'm good. Star Prince, I joined and left. Yeah, I did see you. I did see you joining, and I did see you leaving as well. I mean, last night's practice session was pretty intense. This is not even anything like when you have Crips, he is on a different level, dude. He is definitely, you know, even he raises my level, honestly. But right now, this definitely did work out a bit for Team Fnatic. Team Liquid got a definitely, oh my god, definitely got a nice frag, but what did Dirk do out there? What was that? What was that? I've never seen this, honestly. I've never seen this. Look at Dirk. Look at the minimap, right, guys? So Dirk will try and scout out mid. He jumps up, connects a dagger onto Yampi, a headshot, and this suddenly becomes a 4v5. Now the defense has been spread thin. The ultimate from Sova comes out as well. Soulcast completely trapped. Scream is holding an angle, but Dirk is more than ready to completely shut him down as well. This is probably the best usage of the ultimates that I've seen. Team Liquid can definitely make it count. Fnatic, they have 5 men. They're putting all their bets onto this particular side. Scream might be a bit vulnerable at this particular point. What will Dirk do? Again, the drone kind of reveals his positioning. Magnum following up from kitchen. This can be deadly for Scream again. No one is aware that it is only Dirk. He gets on the Scream, and this guy is doing a beautiful job. Fantastic shot on the Crips. Link gets taken down. Magnum. This is Fnatic toying around with Team Liquid. Dirk alone gets onto Yampi. He alone gets onto Crips, gets Cryptix. He alone gets Cream. And this guy, he forced Team Liquid to believe that this was a B execute, but then they were silently creeping up towards A. Magnum, on the other hand, he was moving up mid, try and climb up the tube and probably provide any sort of support to Dirk if he needs. But definitely the answer was no. He was a lone warrior over there. Samurai Esports India? This definitely isn't the real Samurai Esports India, right? Hi, bro. You both have very good accent. I'm also trying to find 10-man and cast the customs. Definitely try it out. I mean, see, 10-man is not that important. You can cast out clips from YouTube just like I'm doing right here. But again, you need to be energetic like the stream. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Level 0. Alright, so we go on to another round. This is a very important round for Team Liquid, honestly, because if they connect this one, they get 7-5, and that is something which they definitely would want. Now Scream, he knows exactly where the players are. Connects a headshot onto Magnum. Boaster trades him down. Soulcast, he has the shotgun. Definitely not that useful at this particular point, but this is a 3v3. Definitely the retake is going to be difficult. The spike has been planted. Team Liquid, they're trying their best to scout out different location. Doma gets taken down. Soulcast doing a brilliant job. Mystic is playing out of sight. I'm not really sure if he's going to get those kills, but again, look at that. Boaster is coming in from behind. Mystic is drawing them towards him. Eventually, it is going to be a defuse. But then look at that. Cryptics with a triple kill. But Boaster trades him down. Boaster, rather. This was Cryptics who connected the triple kill. Pardon me for that. That was not. Try having more wordplay. Dude, yeah, dude, OG. I mean, I'm really trying to do that. But again, like... I mean, OG, guys, OG is, again, a fantastic CS and Valorant caster. We have casted together in Free Fire, but OG, I'm a newcomer in FPS, so yeah, I'll try my best. In fact, you can actually join me on a Discord and we can have a, we can cast together if you're free again. It's so off, like, that like was insane. Eat watching. That's good. I mean, the watching doesn't really matter. At this particular point, I'm just practicing and not doing anything very serious. But then what I really want to say is that I've been doing the same thing over and over again, and that is something which I don't really want to do, right? Now, having a co-caster really helps. When you're solo casting, you generally tend to repeat words after words, and this is a habit which I developed when I was casting initially, when I was all solo casting and trying to keep up the pace. That is when, getting new words, it gets really, really difficult. But then again, we'll move on. I'll have to try. Bhai Hindi bolo, please. Hindi bol diya. Chalo, Hindi bol diya. Abhi English bolu main. We'll have a look at the live stream. All right, let's go. I mean, if this is so embarrassing, dude, like, wait a second. Look at this. This is Valorant Champions Tour, right? And honestly, people from India, look at those comments, right? Look at those comments. Please. The commentator is boring. I mean, seriously. I mean, all right, that's still feedback, but then hug diya, maine tujh pe hug diya. What is this? I mean, Indians shouldn't be given free internet. Honestly, Indians shouldn't be given Geo, because they're really bringing down the name of the country in an international stage. These Indians know Fnatic from PUBG Mobile, Lamau. I mean, obviously, they don't know Fnatic, who Fnatic is before. I'm writing my assignments while hearing you. Could join you some other day, sure. Definitely, man, definitely. Keep the solo work going for now. The more you do solo, the more you can understand yourself as a caster. It's really important. I feel like solo casting, I really need to, like, grab onto the strategic and the storyline side of things in FPS. Like, something which I really understood was that I can't just talk about the kills, right? That is what I've been doing. I've been talking about the kills, definitely. Something which I'll do is I'll bring around the hype. I'll bring down the I don't know, voice modulations and stuff, and try to be a bit more technical on the words. Bhai kuch samajh mein nahi aa raha, Hindi mein bolo na aur maja aayega. Bro, you have so many Hindi streamers. I mean, I'm not here to entertain you, right? I might entertain you, might not entertain you. It's very subjective. If you're not having fun, why are you sticking around? That's my point. अगर तुम्हें मज़ा नहीं आ रहा है तो भाई जाओ ना, कोई और स्ट्रीम देख लो ना. मैंने थोड़ी बोला कि मेरा स्ट्रीम देखो. Makes no sense, dude. Like, all right, so the objectives for the next two rounds are going to be, I'll bring down the pace and not try and keep up with the action, right? The action is definitely not important, because you can have action going on screen, but you have to focus on the bigger picture as a caster, right? So that is something which I'll be focusing on. I'll not really talk about the kills, but I'll talk about what's happening on the minimap, what's happening in terms of where the momentum is shifting as the game in general, right? That is one thing. And secondly, I'll try to probably use alternative words. Now, finding alternative words is very difficult, but then again, let's just try it out. Alright, so guys, we move on to Switch and Team Fnatic. They have 7 rounds for themselves. Team Liquid onto 5, which definitely is a very decent start, honestly. Now, Icebox definitely gives you a sort of an advantage when you're on the attack because, entering B side isn't really all that difficult. Again, we'll have to find out what Team Liquid does this time, though. They have the Viper wall already set up, and this is going to give some sort of information to Team Fnatic. And they are already placing their bets. 2 players onto A side, 2 players guarding down mid, because they are aware of the fact that some sort or some other player can actually push down mid or tube eventually. Kills popping off. Team Liquid completely shut down 2 players of Team Fnatic, and look at that, this is a rush coming in. Boaster gets taken down. Team Fnatic completely succumb to the brilliance of Team Liquid, but again, this is Mystic who kinds returns the favor, but again, 2v4 certainly in Fnatic's, not in Fnatic's favor for sure. Team Liquid, they're gonna have a walk in the park to plant the spike, but Mystic returns the favor with Jumpy. He gets on the second one. But look at that. Doma is still guarding down B side, and that's actually pretty interesting because Team Liquid almost got access to A side, didn't plant the spike. Nonetheless, have more work. Give it up. Alright, bye. Try this, build a story with the abilities in theorycraft. Yep. Thanks a lot, Oj. Thanks a lot, bro, sticking around. But look at that, guys. Doma, he has a very big job in hand. I guess Team Fnatic are probably aware of the fact that Team Liquid has already rotated. Doma gets onto one, he gets a second one, and this is a fantastic job by this guy. Now, his position has been revealed, but that's not all that important. Cryptics, on a 1v1, he gets on a Doma, and this is going to be a 1v1. Mystic has to rotate, and he already did so. His painstakingly close towards Cryptics. Again, 1v1. Cryptics completely out in the open. He's naked without any sort of cover, but he needs no cover, honestly. It was a clutch. It was definitely a nice clutch. He got Doma, got the site for himself, and took down Cryptics. That was great. No, took down Soulcast, was it? Took down Mystic. Sorry, I'm actually confusing. I'm getting confused with the names. But eventually, Team Liquid, they did a good job. They did a good job outside A side, not really venture out. They got some initial picks on the Team Fnatic, thinned out the defenses, and then fell back. That was great stuff. Again, Team Fnatic trying something different, going aggressive. Doma gets on the link, but instantly gets traded out. Scream. The wall is there, but he is not afraid. He spots one. The reveal, the recon comes out, but then Boaster, he has some sort of information to work with. Team Liquid, though, they're trying to sneak onto side. Soulcast and Scream, both of them are going to attack Team Boast out of the equation. Now, it is a 4v3. They don't really have a lot of defenses. But again, Dirk is going to hold down side B either way. They know that Liquid is pretty notorious with those rotations going in. But this time around, I feel that they're going to put all their bets on the side A. Scream going in. Magnum trying to be very aggressive, not really getting the result that he wanted. Now it is a 1v4. And certainly Dirk, he doesn't have the weaponry to even make this count. Probably get onto one. Yampy, he shut down one gun, and that is definitely a very good job. But he will try and look for more, try and collect the weapon from Yampy and connect some more shots. Will he be able to do that? That's the question. Interesting. 7-7 is the scoreline, boys. And this is not even the fastest game that we're casting, right? So keeping up the tempo is really important. I'm not mentioning about each and individual frag because those are not important. But again, in terms of the entire dynamics of the game, few things are actually pretty important to be mentioned. But apart from that, in terms of words, like I have to write down a few more words and probably listen to these casters way more. Anyway, we start the 15th round again. Team Liquid drawing back. They were trailing 2 rounds, but again, as we talked about it, the attacking side, they were actually more comfortable on the attack, and that is visible out here. Again, they are probably going to separate out. Okay, so the Viper wall comes out towards B. I'm not sure if that is going to, like, put any sort of pressure onto Team Fnatic. Either way, the ultimate not really connecting. Mystic trying to take down Scream. He will get the frag for himself. Team Liquid, they're actually barging their way onto site this time. Yampy, look at that. This is a cheeky play coming in. He tries to move past mid through tube, and we'll probably try and get the backstab connected. Probably try and get the backstab right. But eventually, he will find he'll find Link in the process and might eventually take him down. What does Champy do right now? He has a lot of responsibilities on his shoulders. Team Liquid is waiting for him. This is a waiting game that they're playing, and they have nothing to do with this particular point. Fnatic, they kind of trapped, but again, they're returning the favor. Two players trying to push down mid to do the exact same thing that Yampy is doing. Yampy gets on the poster. He knows exactly where the other player is. Eventually, Doma takes him down and shuts him down eventually. Now, it is a 2v2 rather. And Link will gonna wall down one angle, but will he get the second one? Cryptics moving towards screens, trying to be a bit cheeky. Yes, he will be cheeky. Gets on a Dirk, and then Doma. He will get the next frag connected. 1v1, Link connects the next one, and Doma has been completely shut down. Now, this round was actually bullshit. This one round was so bullshit that I insta-DM देख लेना. This is Ankit. देखे ना bro. देखे ना bro. Deepon Roy, what's up? What's up? Kimonacho. Dude, like, the game is actually fun, but as much it's actually pretty difficult to bring in different dynamics. Now, we're talking about kills, all right? I'm generally a play-by-play caster. I'm not a color caster, so I wouldn't really be trying to analyze way too much. And I'm actually not that wrong in trying to talk about the kills and go about what's happening, because I'm not the guy who analyzes things. But you want to do that, right? You would want to do that and not talk much about the kills itself. Team Liquid, what they have been doing is they've been forcing out the issue onto site A. They've been doing it time and time again, and Team Fnatic, they didn't really have any sort of answer to that. We'll have to see what they do this time around. As long as it's working, as long as your strategy is working, you don't need to change it. That is what the great strategist would say again. But each and every single round, it's actually going up. It's actually going down the wire, and that's interesting. Because Fnatic and Team Liquid, they're pretty close. They're painstakingly close, honestly. And Fnatic has been doing a good job defending Team Liquid as of yet. They didn't win a single round, but apart from that, they've actually broken the back of Team Liquid each and every round. Scream gets an early knock onto Magnum. The aggressive rush from Team Fnatic is really hurting them initially, but again, this kind of opens things up, again, thins out the defenses, but it's not going to matter because Team Fnatic, they're going to face the entirety of Team Liquid again. This time around, this is a 4v5, all 5 players in one particular side. Mystic shuts down 2 players, kind of returning the favor. Team Liquid, though, they're going to struggle at this particular point. Scream, a very cheeky play, but again, he gets shot from back by Doma, but eventually shuts him down. He was there. He could have actually got the Sova. Boaster surviving by the skin of his teeth. Now, what do they do? The spike has been planted. Dirk will actually take down Scream again. Knows exactly what Soulcast is, but Soulcast will come out using the rope like a superhero and shuts down Boaster. That was fantastic. I shouldn't have used the word fantastic. No, it wasn't really necessary. Wasn't really necessary out there, but something which is really interesting is that both Team Fnatic and both Team Liquid, both of them have 3 and 4 ultimates ready. So that's kind of interesting, because when you have your ultimates, you can actually use it quite a bit. We'll have to look how this thing actually works out. Eventually, Soulcast, he used his lineup. He actually used the snake bite that he had as a lineup and tried to take down as much health as possible from Boaster, and eventually didn't really have to a very tough job in trying to take him down. If you look at the kills though, 16 for Dirk, 13 for Doma, 11 for Magnum. They've been doing fine as of yet. Now, this time around, Dirk on top of greens. This is not even greens. He's on top of greens definitely. And Team Liquid, they try to switch things up. They're moving on to B this time around. The drone might actually spot Dirk, will meticulously search each and individual angles. Dirk will try and force out the issue, try and force out the knife from Scream and some sort of utilities. But again, Scream definitely isn't that sure to try and take those shots early on. At this particular point, Team Liquid, they are well spread out. This can be counter-initiative because this can be counterproductive because when you have a defense spread thin, the attackers have a much easier time getting onto site. Team Liquid, they're trying to kind of get inside sight, and definitely it's all green, dude. Soulcast as well as Mystic, all of them have. Oh, look at that Scream. Oh my word, Boaster. He butchers him down. Doma revives Magnum, but eventually it is a 4v4. Magnum not really at the best of HPs to work with. It is all green onto site right now. What's gonna happen? Magnum once again will try and get one. He gets on Cryptics. Not really gets second one, but eventually one player has actually been detained. Now Mystics, he has the opportunity to get some kills from this inside the pit. At this particular point, getting the spike defuse is going to be very, very difficult. It is 1v4 and eventually it's going to be the shock dart. The shock dart out of everything that takes down Mystic. I'll actually try and I'll actually listen to the other casters because I've been speaking for quite a while right now, and without actually listening to a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to these casters right now and let's see what they have to talk about the game. Alright, let's go.
The smoke goes and they have to be a little bit more cautious of this. Now there are plenty of ults available.
Revealing area
For Liquid. Fnatic still trying to build up quite meticulously. We're down to 30 seconds here. Scream waiting patiently on the site. Now have 3 players. For Liquid, there's the ult we were waiting for, and actually he's going to deny the spike plant. This could be a problem now. Baits it out. Magnum finds Soulcast. Response not found for Scream. So Fnatic stabilizing Magnum.
Beautiful.
Again, huge work from him.
Again, you give him 15 seconds and the positions he's able to work himself into are just so deadly. So deadly. Really good stuff. And see here, just on the minimap, the timing of this is as they get B lane control, they get close enough to site. Magnum drifts back over. Perfectly played by Fnatic. Damage control wise, yes, they trade early on. It comes to a 4v4, but Liquid aren't able to kind of descend on that and get anything working on the back of it.
Early ult investment.
You see how they connected those storylines? Get the ultimate from Cryptics. It was not Kip. It was Poster, right? It was Poster who probably got his ultimate. Was it Poster? Was it Poster? He has an ultimate here right now. It was Cryptics who actually denies the plant, right? It was Cryptics who denies the plant with the ultimate. Magnum drifts out from mid. He finds himself in a deadly position. Yeah.
Really good stuff. And see here, just on the minimap, the timing of this is as they get B lane control, they get close enough to site. Magnum drifts back over.
They get B lane control. Magnum drifts out to mid, and then gets the shots connected. He gets the shots connected in a very deadly position, and then there's just nothing that you can actually do about it.
Perfectly played by Fnatic. And damage control wise, yes, they trade early on. It comes to a 4v4, but Liquid aren't able to kind of descend on that and get anything working on the back of it.
Early ult investment coming out this time around. Soulcast wanting to try and contain as best he can towards B-Long, keep vision all his own. Eventually could funnel Fnatic here, but Magnum gonna hit Scream for sure. You ever see, you know, when like pets get the zoomies or like cats get the zoomies and they just run and like smack themselves into like a wall or something? It's just kind of like that. But Yampy,
I mean, this is so nice. Like Pansy, she talks about Scream. He rushes onto a wall. What she draws a parallel to is to a cat who runs maybe onto a wall and crashes herself. That was a very nice.
gonna miss the timing on the cross, counts to 3, hits mouse 1, doesn't quite get it. But Cryptic's will still on the side himself, so re-aggressing gonna take some of that space back. I don't know if Durka saw him then, I don't think he did.
No. Got to tuck himself into, whether or not that recon's gonna reveal him, it won't. Get dealt with by Link behind him. Cryptic should be good for at least one in this scenario, he absolutely is. Drop off though, gonna punish his recoil, but it'll come down to Durka.
Got the spike.
In a 1v3
Show me
here.
the money. Show me the money, Durka. Let's go. 1v3, 39 seconds. That's time.
To die.
All right, look, you gotta try and hype it up, right? You know how, like, in observing, you always follow the one player who's left alive in a 1v3? It's, you know, it'll happen like that Cadian clip in Counter-Strike, right? It'll be like, okay, it's a 1v4. You know, have I told you this story before? The classic. He starts off like that, you know? One day it'll happen and we'll be geniuses. It'll look great. Wasn't that round though, so no worries. And here it is, yeah, Yampy just steps out. Easy stuff for him. And good to see Yampy finding a little bit more comfort, it seems like. He, you know, he hasn't had a mad amount of rounds where he's popped off, but quite big impact. We saw that solo hold towards B, and he's dead. Okay, what was that, Durka?
Exactly. This is a moment where you got to hype it up. Like this play was crazy. No one expected it. They were expecting, like, look at the minimap, right? Look at the minimap right there. No one expects Durka to jump that high and connect the shot onto Yampy while he's falling down. Like, that man is levitating on the air and he connects the shot using those daggers. That's brilliant. That's utterly brilliant.
Finding a little bit more comfort, it seems like. He, you know, he hasn't had a mad amount of rounds where he's popped off, but quite big impact. We saw that solo hold towards B, and he's dead. Okay, what was that, Durka?
And that's because they know Yampy's playing in that spot. But actually, look, Mystic's able there to.
It's such a good read
on the tag.
And I mean, this is, you know, pound for pound, if you're looking at countering a player, that's perfect. Durka knows exactly what the op's going to do. He's read Yampy's position super well. Gets the op himself, still has his ult, depending on how he wants to play this out. Slow comes in, goes for a deeper angle if he wants to keep repeaking that. Scream tries his best to dissuade this, but he can't really deny it at this point.
Oh, the Aldome. Gonna spy out Durka. Magnum again gonna catch the timing on the wall and keep your eye on the minimap. This whole time, Fnatic are just going to buy time for Magnum to get into a spot to secure this round. It's only one left
so
standing.
good.
And look at it again. Going to pick up Link. It's
Show me the start.
Beautiful.
Show me the start. I just want to see that.
Mr. Could you please make a video on your gaming rooms in here? Alright, we will actually make a video on the gaming room, and here I'm actually waiting for certain things to fix up. Some more videos to come out before I actually make a video on the gaming room. I will eventually. It's gonna come. Wait. Where'd it go? Yeah.
That beginning from Durka there, he goes, that was just straight up marking your man. That is straight up to find that first pick. And as soon as he takes down someone like Yampy, that's a huge gun recovered. You know that they're using him as the swing point because they can leave Yampy almost on his own. They leave him to kind of control B-Long, which is a pretty fair shout. It's worked well in the past. But the mid-game adaptation to just take him out of the equation, stunning.
But it's perfect because, I mean, the Aldome goes off, so Yampy's posted there. He's like, somebody's going to peek with the Aldome, right? But because he's scoped locked in. Dirk is so far out of his LOS. And again, look at it. Yampy tries to creep up, get himself behind the box. Dirk opening this round up for Fnatic once again. Soulcast gets tagged on the recon. He's got to give it up. Can't play close with the judge. Fnatic going to find entry so early on towards B.
And there's a reason we're excited for some of these choices coming out. Dirk, when he gets that freedom, when he starts being the instigator to some of these rounds, he can be essential. Scream, though, we know what he can do. This time quelled quickly by Boaster.
I mean, Solly, why is this X silent in your name? Because everyone has this X which never really means something to your name. I don't have an X though, but you have an X, right? You might have an X, right? And eventually you move on and the X has no meaning in your life anymore. It still stays as an X, but the X remains silent for that reason. But I mean, I want to point out what she mentioned right here. Look at the voice modulation. We all know what we can do. All right, listen to this. Listen to this. Let me know if you guys can actually hear the commentary. Anzi talks about Scream this time.
Dirk, when he gets that freedom, when he starts being the instigator to some of these rounds, he can be essential. Scream, though, we know what he can.
We know what he can do. She was going to hype it up. She was going to go for those immortal clips, but eventually Scream got shut down. We know what he can do, but didn't really do it this time around. That was kind of what she actually meant. It's too deep, bruh. Yeah, it is. It is. You gotta be deep. You gotta be balls deep, main.
This time quelled quickly by Boaster. Cryptic's back on the trade though. Spike continues to tick and look at the timing on this. There it is. Hunter's Fury going to come out, going to try and clear out some of these post-plant common positions. Nothing to be collected from that.
I guess that was to try and actually clear out the snake bite coming through. Soulcast lands a good shot though. Doma will fall. I think the second snake bite's been invested. Yeah, just landed there. So Mystic and Boaster can play. I think was to try and actually clear out the snake bite coming through. Soulcast lands a good shot though. Doma will fall. I think the second snake bite's been invested. Yeah, just landed there. So Mystic and Boaster can play this one slow for the time being.
Last player standing.
He's actually on the flank.
Boaster. Oh. Valiant attempt.
I thought the second was going to line up again, man. It was going to be almost a Draken moment for him.
Yep. I almost believed. I almost believed. I was on board. It's up to 5 though. Scoreline wise, it's strange, right? Because my mind goes to the amount of outplays that Dirk has brought in here. He's showing off, but the scoreline isn't drastically one-sided.
No. So to close this out 7-5, I mean, I said it in the first map, really, whatever they were going to be able to muster together, but this is a much better start. And you can tell the tempo just from the first couple of rounds from Liquid. Just looking to bounce back, or at least feeling a lot more confident here on Icebox, but now the real test comes. And they're attacking half, whether or not Fnatic are going to try and play this as proactively as we've come to expect.
Dirk trying to get a little postured up, but Liquid just smashing through the more aggressive lean coming out. The beginning. Scream. Yeah, straight on through. He knows it. Lovely timing there from Scream, and they're just going to power forward through this. Yes, Mystic can try and deny at least the aggression from Scream, but the others aren't far away. They're going to hit the brakes for a second, but Mystic can only deny this for so long, and now that much more favorable position becomes a little dicey. Switches it up, 4 more bullets to play with, makes the most of it. Still finds Yampy, no trade.
And now Liquid, I mean, they got away out of this heal. Link down to 35 HP, 10 seconds left on it. You can see it on cooldown. And actually, Doma has stayed on B site. Now, Liquid are going to read this as, yeah, we've shown enough presence here. Surely both of them are here. Doma could be in a deadly spot here. A heal does come through. Link going to get himself popped up once again.
Toxins going up.
It's got to be eyes on Doma,
30
right?
seconds left.
Like, what can he do? They've got 27 seconds. He's going to hear these steps now, call for support, but time, he's got to try and buy it. He's got to take down these players. It's everything he needed to do. And now Cryptics, this is going to just shatter what they were trying to build back here, and he's got to find him fast. The wall he's just going to dip away from. Doma's buying time, a swift dispatching of that, but still, Spike goes down, but look at the timing he's bought. Mystic should be right there, waiting for Cryptics to show his head.
He's got up the rope.
The rope, wait, Mystic! He's still in this one, but Cryptix now has the advantage on the angle, and Mystic outdone by Cryptix.
Like
Yeah, Cryptic's coming up huge. I mean, it's
this pair of casters, I'm absolutely loving what they've actually brought on the table. But I guess it's time, boys. I guess it's time. It was a pretty nice stream. Kind of tried to do some things which are different, but we'll see you next time around. I'm gonna be casting tomorrow. I'll post out on Instagram the name of the channel. It's gonna be Sky Sports, right? It's gonna be Sky Sports, the name of the channel. But again, I'm gonna be posting that out on Instagram. If you guys want to join in or join in the live stream, then please do make sure that you do so. Me and Crips will be there. All right, bye bye. See you. Goodbye.